Part 4. The beginning again? Before we begin again, I'll be going to run down this path and fight another boss. This isn't technically the way you're supposed to do it, but I wanted to do it this way. After we enter the fog wall, we meet the next boss, Ceaseless Discharge. He trips, catches himself, though I think he's just afraid of heights. Now, it's okay, buddy. There's lava at the bottom, you'll be fine. It's not that big of a drop anyway. There we go. So that wasn't so bad. Oh. With Ceaseless Discharge gone, the lava level goes down, and I go try to make some friends.
I don't know if it's worth it, guys. Can't even get done.
We'll be back later. We have to go back to Firelink Shrine the fun way. Go up this ladder, take a brisk elevator ride. Up another ladder, ladder. And at the top, we grabbed a key, come to a new area, Valley of Drakes. And skip it completely to go to the new area. New Londo Ruins. And skip this one too. Finally. Back to Firelink Shrine, and now we... What the fuck?
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the primordial serpent, King Seeker Frant, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has wrong. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek? Very well, chosen undead, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel. I am Is it so?
We could feed him. Anyway, we have to go to Anor Londo, according to the serpent. But we have other plans right now, like an outfit change and taking a cozy nap in a warm nest. I haven't had a chance to rest since I got here. How? Oof. Whoa! Ooh! Oof! Luckily, I'm not afraid of heights. I think. Oof. Where am I? Undead Asylum again? That's right. Right back at the beginning. But we need a couple things here for later use. But first, to meet Snuggly the Crow.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
A cool little buddy that will exchange specific items for other specific items. Everyone say hi to Snuggly. Now, we walk inside the building that was once home to the Asylum Demon, which is now home to the Stray Demon. Ironically, this is the same Oh, he can nuke the place, I guess. Oh, he can do it again. And he does it again. Why can't he do it again? This is the same fight as the Asylum Demon, but with magic explosions. After getting sick of the light show, I went back to my old cell and found someone who was guarding an open cell? Anyway, took him out for lunch and got a peculiar doll, which at the time I had no idea what it was for, but you'll find out later. I then got jump scared by Oscar. I thought ending his suffering would have prevented something like this from happening, but it just made me look evil now. Before going back to the boss, I came back up to the balcony and into this room to practice parrying. To try again later. We grabbed a rusted iron ring and finally go back to the boss.
Dude, stop doing the same move over and over again, you fucking loser. Oh. Okay, awesome.
This is all one fight, by the way. Eventually, we take out Mr. One Trick here, and we can go back to our main journey. Expressway
He is
back,
fast
please, good
for
sir.
With asthma? Like, did you know that's not good for boss fights? Wow. Guess it's common knowledge.
Part 5. Snake's Way to Anne Orlando. Thanks for listening to the beats, Crow. Back in Undead Parish, we can now go through that gate that opened a while ago. But I have to explain something real fast. Back in Darkroot Garden, there was another boss named Great Grey Wolf Sif. I unfortunately had a recording problem and didn't get any footage of that fight. But know that boss is very important because after defeating him, he gives you the Covenant of Artorias, and you can't beat the game without it. Rest in peace, Sif. I will try to make sure this doesn't happen again in the future. With that settled, we have to trek through Sen's Fortress. It's full of devious arrow traps, snake people, swinging axes, and boulders. Because the lightning shooting snakes weren't enough, of course.
Whew. Whew. I am fortunate.
Here's the snoozer.
I hate that table.
As curiosity gets the better of me, I come across...
Onion Man.
He's not really important, but I found him. I test the waters with my life. And make the mistake of not running all the way through. Almost getting baited by a boulder. We make it by with the bones uncrushed. Hooray! We change the way the boulder goes and then find ourselves a very confused elevator. Oh, sweet, a chest!
Oh, come on!
Now I have to worry about if my chests are going to attempt to transport me to their stomach? Jeez. As I'm exploring, I find myself a pit and thought it would be a fun idea to go explore it, because new areas make my brain go brrr. Oh great, the floor is sticky. At least it isn't poisonous. Though, too sticky for survival.
No.
Remember Mr. Snoozer? I'm gonna prank him. Yeah, okay, maybe a few more pranks. It opened up a wall, and I found someone trapped in a cage. I'm sure he'll be fine. We go through some more obstacle courses. This one throws balls at you. I think he's aiming for the head, too. We end up on top of the fortress with a very angry giant, though this one doesn't throw balls. After taking out the angry giant, I find myself the next boss. The Iron Golem. The Iron Golem can slice air at me with his axe, and he can swing his axe. And he can swing it pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. Takes forever to drink.
This was a second try kind of boss. Part 6. The City of Anor Londo. After the fight, I quickly got curious what the gold ring was in the middle.
Oh, how fun.
I got swept off my feet and put into Anor Londo. A giant castle city with a warm sunlight that makes me feel warm and protected. Though it kind of feels artificial. Strange. Oh, excuse me, can you point me to the nearest bonfire? You know what? I'm so sick of people being so rude to me. I'm not going to let you push me around. That was charity for the whooping I'm about to dish out. Yeah. How do you like it? Not fun, is it? Oh, you want some too? I got plenty to give. Yeah. No more asking for directions. What are you looking at? After the civil discussion, I accidentally started the slowest screw elevator, but I needed to go back up. Thankfully I did. I would have skipped out on a bonfire. If it were this close to those guys, why was it so hard for them just to point? Yeesh! You guys need to learn some Ever since seeing that mimic, you always gotta check your chest. Whoa! No big deal. So no need to dwell on that. And down the elevator we go to come face to face with another gargoyle. What do you know? It's chump change. Oh, awesome. I've always been good on tight ropes, so angle roofing is no problem for stacular fish. Safely on the other side, we enter into a church. With an enemy that missed his cue.
Come on, man. You practiced this too many times for you to screw up.
Since we were so good with that roof, the game was so impressed it wants us to do more. Just gotta be careful and take our time, we'll be just fine. Whoops. I didn't think vandalism would be on my list today.
Oh, you've got to be fucking.
Main outfit change, and so far, I don't like the noise, but better defense is always good. The next area is just occupied by some enemies.
No duh, Sherlock. Do I have to dish out some more violence? Because I will.
Excuse me, but this is how this part went.
Oh, dude.
Let's run that back. Dude, no. Okay, maybe one more time. All right. That was cool, right? That felt cooler than what it was, at least. Now that we are in the giant cathedral? Castle? Both? Neither? We'll make more progress anyway. I end up practicing my parrying, too. I eventually get one. And that taste is all I needed to understand the timing. Going into this room, I found a hidden room.
Oh, hello.
And another silly little guy and a bunch of other items. And then we go upstairs to find more chests. They're so generous to leave these out for me, even if they eat people. Now they won't do it twice, right next to each other. That's too obvious. Okay, what did we learn? Always check your chest for mimics. This area is just full of silver knights. This painting doesn't look very real to me. As I mentioned before, this room especially is a party. After partying hard with the residents, I make my way into a large open corridor and go straight to the next boss. Dragon Slayer Ornstein and Executioner Smo. Smo. A difficult fight because gank. Ornstein does a bunch of spear swipes and thrusts with some lightning mixed in. Smo does a charged hammer attack, hammer swings, bonks, and sits. But depending on which one you take out first, the other gets a buff of some kind. In this case, I take out Ornstein first, and Smo takes Ornstein's lightning abilities. So now Smo does everything he already did, but with electricity in it.
Yes. I'm fighting this camera, bro. Okay. Okay, yeah. Somehow. Wow, isn't that cool? Oh, you.
Overall, it's a fun fight, and you feel like an absolute badass when you defeat them.
Agreed.
After taking out the inseparable duo, we are now greeted with an unexpected presence. Part 7. A Painted World.
Right.